Hey YouTube guitar nerds and fellow Harley Benton fans. Well, we all know that I've been, testing Harley Bentons for a while. The first video demo I ever made was a Harley Benton pedal. I think it was the American, and then we did the Ultimate Drive, because I bought them. And so my very first thing I've ever done in terms of a review was Harley Benton. And I've been trying to show the quality of these instruments, which wasn't always the case. They were shit years ago. And Harley Benton stood for shit. Now they gotta dig out of that shit and show, wait, no. We listened and we're improving, and we do not just improving. We're bringing you, with some of the instruments, amazing value for what you pay. Not all of them are insane. Okay, which I hope I show you in my reviews. I show you the production mistakes, little things, some glue here, some stupidity with a sticker that you can't take off, or maybe just a harsh sound, like on the unboxing of the Deluxe Swamp Ash Stratty kind of, did I say that, S-type guitar, which didn't really flash me. It was too eek. So I'm trying to be completely honest. Obviously, the people on my channel, you that hopefully watch regularly, know that, no, I do not play Harley Benton exclusively. That would be ridiculous. I got a Modern Eagle back on the wall. It's a 6,000 euro guitar. Today, a Frameless Master build arrives here that I was part in finishing up, and I have amazing top-level Master build luthier guitars. But still, I try to show you, with the limited experience I have, what these very inexpensive instruments can give you. The SC550 is brilliant. The hollow bodies, the HP35 and HP35 Plus, are amazing value for the money. I have luthiers come in here that build these top-level instruments, and they pick them up and they say, you know what? There's nothing wrong with this. This is an incredible value. I can't believe they're selling them at those prices. Yes, that is the response I'm getting. Not all of them. If you want to know which ones are great and which ones are less great, watch my videos. I will always tell you what's up. So here's what happened. Thomann invited me to the Christmas party, and for me that last year, and that was a very, very big honor for me. I thought it's like, a couple of hors d'oeuvres and some pigs in a blanket, little buffet, at the office. Christmas party. No, it wasn't. It was a basketball stadium court with about 1,800 people, with candlelight dinner and people in smokings and evening gowns. And I'm like, in a stupid sweater that I always wear. I'm like, okay. How did I get here? It was crazy. And Stefan Weitzel, the content manager, was nice enough to have me stay at his house. He invited me over. I'm thinking he just invited me over because he needed someone to help him with his dishwasher. He had a new dishwasher and to put it in the... so I'm thinking maybe that was also part of the whole idea. But we hung out before we did the dishwasher. And we had coffee and we chatted till late at night. And he said, hey, would you be interested in... maybe we just create a signature Harley Benton for you, kind of as a project to show how the development goes, and you can put your ideas in and create a guitar that might be unique enough to be interesting for your viewers. And I thought that is a very, very cool idea. I mean, to have my own signature guitar, one that is affordable. Of course, I have guitars that I've been part in the development, and I've said I wanted this and this, but then they clock in at $6,000. So I mean, it's a one-off guitar made for me, like the Master Build Frameless that's coming at some point. But this would be a guitar that has some cool ideas that you guys can afford, that actually everyone can afford. And I really loved that idea. And then he said, the first thing he said is like, how about a P90 in the neck position? And frankly, I have one P90 guitar, up to the, I'm thinking Friedman is thinking about sending me a guitar that would have two P90s in it. That would be killer. And there's one coming from Natsangi with a P90, but up so far only that one up there. The PRS SE1 has a P90, and that's my only P90. So I'm not super familiar with that pickup, but I thought that's a cool idea. it's not necessarily me, but it's a cool idea. And then I said, well, let's go for the woods that are on one of my favorite guitars, which is, where is it? Wait, I can do this. Right there? Yes, you can see it. My Modern Eagle 2 by PRS. Well, that clocks in at about $6,000, and the wood combination is mahogany body, maple top, beautiful flame maple, and a rosewood neck. And I said, that's my guitar, that's my baby, let's recreate at least the wood combination. And then I said, well, let's do a bolt-on neck, because it's a little bit less expensive to make and more in an S-type situation, which is where I come from. I come from Ibanez. So, Ibanez. And that's more kind of my roots. Now I play a lot of LP-type guitars and set necks and all that, but that's where I come from. So, let's do a bolt-on neck, but with those woods, I definitely want things to be a little bit more high-end, so locking tuners, and a fixed bridge, because I think guitars in a cheaper price range. Hey, sorry, my phone's going. Phones in a cheaper price range. No, guitars in a cheaper price range. Don't play around with a Floyd or a vibrato system or a vintage tremolo, because it just creates problems, especially if you're a beginner. Stick with the fixed bridge, string through body. That's what we went for. And then some special things. So Stefan said, oh, cool ideas, let's do it. And then half a year later, we just forgot about it. And then I'm like, hey, let's do this. So I talked to Lasse. Lasse is the coolest guy. He's the guy making sure that all the ideas, he follows you guys. He doesn't participate in any forums or whatever. He's got shit to do, but he listens to all the little things that pop up in my videos, other people's videos, forums, Facebook groups, and he picks the right companies for the right guitar build type. That guy knows his shit. And he works very hard for you. Trust me. So I presented the idea to him. And he said, okay, cool. I know the right factory. Pickup configuration sounds a little bit tricky, but we'll find out. He sent the specs to Vietnam. And I think the same day or the next morning, I had a CAD drawing of that guitar. I'm like, whoa, these guys work fast. 5 days later, I had pictures of the finished prototype. And I said, no, they did the back color in black. I didn't want that. 2 days later, they ripped off the black and did a clear coat. Holy shit. Very, very amazing how fast these guys worked and nailed what I wanted dead on. At least in pictures. So at some point that guitar went to Thomann, they looked over it, they made some suggestions, adjustments. The neck wasn't perfect, I think, and some strings were buzzing a tiny little bit. But they said, hey, here are our points, run with it. And they made a second one like this, and it arrived here like this. Wow. So I want to document this whole process. Here it is. HP42 Signature prototype number 1. That was the first thing they did. I said, hey, I would like my logo colors. Might not be the prettiest guitar in the world, actually it is. But I wanted something that kind of, has the turquoise of my logo and, sorry about that, and purple pickups, because the 42 is purple. Yeah. Should we make 1,000 of these, we might go with chrome or black. But you know what? That's all for you to write in the comments. Are you cool with the purple? So, of course, getting purple purple covers is difficult. These are painted. Should this go into mass production, these will actually be all the way through plastic in purple. Right now, some of the paint's coming off because I played this puppy. So, I wanted mahogany body. And I wanted the amazing super porn top from the SC550, but in an S-type. And no pickguard, because we don't want to cover this top. And they did it. This is the super porn top from the SC550. Look at this shit. I'm just looking at the little monitor where you can see it. And this is incredible. Okay? So I wanted that. We have a natural binding, which actually I think is They put the thin veneer on top, and then they actually do an extra strip of binding, so it looks like a big-ass top. I don't care. It's amazing. So, mahogany body, this SE550 top, but on this guitar, nice carve here, nice carve there, and a rosewood neck. We have a rosewood neck. Maybe. It might also be purple heart. We're not sure. We're not sure what they used. It has a skunk stripe in it because the fretboard is actually part of the neck. It's a one piece. Very cool. We have the locking tuners right there, which would be, I think, the first Harley Benton with locking tuners. I want everything on this guitar to be the higher end Harley Benton, but still affordable. So we have nothing in the fretboard. I don't know what shape of inlays I would do, so none is fine for me. But of course, nice dots on the side right there. And I don't want anything to distract from the nice color. I actually really like this purple heart. If it's purple heart or a reddish kind of rosewood, I'm totally fine with it. It looks freaking porn. Hardtail bridge, string through body, big ass cavity back here for reasons that we'll see, bolt on neck. And something that I found out is, for some reason, Lasse and I, we chatted this morning, they didn't see mahogany. Both guitars I have here, version 1 and version 2, have alder bodies. You know what? Not a problem if it works. The guitar right now is a little bit pointy, the high end is just a little bit too pronounced. With the mahogany body, we add weight, and it's not light to begin with. We might add weight, but we might tame that high end just the way that I wanted it. So right now, for some reason, communication crossed. That's the only part where it really did. And we have an alder body. I'm pretty sure they would just whip out a mahogany one like that, and, you know, we can test it out. So here's the pickup switching, which is, try to follow me on this shit, people, okay? This is your main 3-position switch. P90, middle position, humbucker, okay? One of the problems right now that I think might be one, but please comment. I want your comment because this is for you. This is the one that you usually look at. So if I'm in the P90 position, but I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, no, if I'm in the humbucker position right here, I'm humbuckering away, but I'm looking at this switch tip, I'm thinking and I'm in the front because we have 2 switches. It might be smart to move these around to have the main switch here and the supplementary switch in the back. I think it might make more sense. Anyway, we're on the P90, we're in the bridge, we're in the middle. On the P90, all you have is P90. If you're in the back, you have humbucker out of phase, which by itself would sound exactly like the humbucker, no difference, and single coil out of phase, which means when you're only in the back on the bridge, you have humbucker and single coil. Remember that. That's relatively easy. So P90, middle position, single coil, humbucker for the back. Very simple. If you're in the middle, you have P90 and humbucker. P90 and humbucker out of phase. P90 and single coil, P90 and single coil out of phase. This is a very complex switching, which the Vietnamese pulled off, but probably not perfectly. There's probably still something not quite right because there's buzzing in too many positions, as we'll find out. So this is prototype number 1, which they nailed rather nicely. Oh, matching headstock, of course, because hello! Fuck yeah! That's what I'm saying. Let me show you prototype number 2, where they went with a more faded look, and I don't know which one I like more. Because this faded look is killer. It's more blue than turquoise now, but really, this looks almost like my Modern Eagle. Let's compare, okay? Yeah, the Modern Eagle is still a little bit more stone-washed jeans, but really not that far apart, huh? So I'm thinking if they can get this puppy... Wait. Ah! This is why I'm thinking I had the Modern Eagle here, which I don't. If they can get this puppy to be a little bit more turquoise, I think we got something. So, Tuning is okay. So again, the headstock, body, beautiful. Alder body again. They improved the neck feel. Those prototypes, are rough. Want to hear some sounds? My goal that I'm trying to hit price-wise with this, with the expensive neck wood, the locking tuners, and everything, including a gig bag, which I want. I want a nice fake leather gig bag because I don't like you guys to take this out of the box and it comes out of a cardboard box. I want this to be in a nice gig bag. I'm shooting at $349, with which it would be in the higher Harley Benton price range, but well worth it. Let's check out the sounds, because I'm thinking you'll be surprised. It's not an S-type. It's not a T-type. It's not an LJP, LDEM, SJ type. It's an HP42 signature, and it sounds like that. Clean channel on the Dietzel Powell with the Torpedo Studio. That's the P90, and you have a little bit of buzz, which is, well, it's a single coil. Okay, so you expect that. And with that pickup, you could do a lot of cool stuff. We have the middle position right now. Let's skip to that later. And we have the... See? That's the thing. Something is not right in the wiring yet. P90 can have some buzz. Middle position shouldn't have any buzz. Should cancel each other out. Which is what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to David Barfuß tomorrow. Give him one of the prototypes. He is a German master pickup guy. Okay? He knows his shit. And we're going to consult with him. Because... I talked with Lasse and he said, totally fine, find out. The Vietnamese did a great job, but we want to go further. We want this to be the best freaking Harley Benton that we can give you. So, David's going to check it out, maybe test some of his pickups in it, and then he can give us the windings, the whatever, and he can help us with that. Because he knows his shit. So, middle position. Again, P90. Did you hear that? I mean, the tiniest bit too much bite. Or maybe not, I'm not sure. In the back. So, in the back, humbucker, single coil. It's not bad at all. Little bit on the bitey side, but I first didn't want a tone potty. I didn't want a tone knob because I usually don't use it, but with some of the bitiness, you can tame that. And it has an amazing feature that I'll show you. So, we go in the middle now, which is, right now, P90 and humbucker. P90 and humbucker out of phase. Very thin. In clean, almost not usable. P90 and single coil. P90 and single coil out of phase. Careful now. You're gonna ask yourself, why, this is horrible. Yes, when used like this. Let me show you other things. So now we have overdrive, okay, or distortion. Again, P90. You can clearly hear the buzziness now. So in the middle position, it should go away, which it doesn't. In the back, humbucker. It's very fat, wide, thick sound. Let's do that in single coil. It's still wide and fat with more bite, but distorted, the bite is totally fine. We go in the middle position with the humbucker. P90 by itself. Humbucker out of phase in the middle position. Pretty bitey, but for chords. P90 and single coil. Here comes the thing, that really horrible sound. P90 single coil out of phase. Check this shit out. We're gonna go and dial back the tone and check this out. Single-Coil out of phase, roll back the tone. If you know how to do that, if you know that trick, this has the most incredible lead sound. It is that Brian May sound. It is that Mark Knopfler, you know? I don't know how to play that song. That open wah sound. Mark Tremonti would love this shit because that's that open wah, that Q-tron, whatever, that Q. Wow! It's all built in here. And if you don't want it, here's your humbucker. It's an incredibly flexible guitar, and I want to push it to the limit. I want to see what we can do with this, with the electronics. I want to know from you what you think. I want to know from you guys whether you'd be even interested in this or if it's total bullshit. It might never be the most amazing metal guitar. I think in this constellation, it's missing a little bit of that precision, if you know what I mean. It's very chunky, it's very saucy, it's very thick, and not, no? So maybe not as a metal guitar, but for mostly everything else, brilliant. As I said, it won't give you the S-type sounds, it won't give you the T-type sounds, and not the LP-type sounds. It gives you the HP-type sounds, and that's really what it is. We're gonna push this project as far as we can bring it. Try to keep the price under $350, which is my goal. Higher range HB, Harley Benton. Higher range HB with the HP. I want your guys' opinion. Let me know what you think about the switches, because it's confusing when you look at this, but this is actually where you switch your pickups. What do you think about the sounds? What do you think about the color? I know, do you like the purple? I don't know. You let me know. And one of these is going to David Barfus tomorrow, so that he can do his magic and maybe improve the sounds even further. It's pretty much there. I just want those last 5 or 10%. Thanks for watching, you Harley Benton nutsos. And thanks to Lasso, thanks to Stefan, thanks to Meon, Dominic, everyone in Hans, everyone at Thomann for making this, for bringing it this far. I've got 2 guitars that I, came up with. Well, Stefan came up with this. And I want to thank Framus, because that changing the humbucker in all these different ways is something that the Framus XG has when it, one of the XGs I played at Framus had that, because it only had the humbucker but a 3-position switch, and I thought it was very clever, so I kind of stole that. Framus, way cool. Maybe mine comes today. So, please participate. No, you can't have it in a different color, at least not yet, because it's a signature, and I say it's turquoise. Shut your trap. Thanks, guys. You're nuts. Love you all.